With the first game of this season scheduled for this Friday night, 'tis the season for Steamers baseball. Hello, Steamers fans. My name's Patrick Foster, and I'll be your voice for the 2020 Edenton Steamers season. Today, I'm sitting with head coach of the Steamers, Marshall McDonald. Coach, how are you doing today, and how excited are you to finally get this season underway?
Doing great. You know, it's been a long journey, and got all the guys here, and we're currently doing field prep, and it's couldn't be more excited to be finally playing some baseball.
So we got some guys that you're pretty familiar with on this roster, some guys that you are just learning, just getting to know. Maybe mention some names that these fans should be excited for this first game upcoming on Friday.
Yeah, the two guys that I've coached before at school have been Colin Kriminger and Brody Rubenstein at Montreat. They're both kind of some guys that have some pro potential. You know, Brody's a fast center fielder that's got a little bit of pop, and Colin's a hard-throwing right-hander with a plus breaking ball. And then guys like Josiah Seitler, who psychs up everybody, and you know, he's a 2A kid from the University of South Carolina. He was a 12th rounder out of high school and chose to come to college, and he's a low to mid-90s lefty on the mound that can also hit balls 500 feet from the left side of the plate. So, and mixed in with a couple other new guys that we've known. We've got a couple kids from Eastern Michigan, and Shane Easter and Jared Kaufman, who have been really pleasant to see, and also some more local guys from the area that me and Coach Daly are from, like Tyler McPeak and Brett Folk. So it's shaping up, and you know, there's really not a bad player on the staff there. So it's going to be a very fun summer, and the hardest part is going to be knowing what lineup to keep, because I think we're going to be pretty deep.
Coach, as you mentioned, you've worked with a couple of guys at Montreat College, or an assistant coach at Montreat College.
Yes.
Why not tell a little bit more about yourself to these Steamers fans, just so they can get to know you a little bit more?
Yeah, well, I reside in western North Carolina, up near the mountains now, and actually started my playing career at Lenore Ryan, and that's where Connor graduated from, and ended up going to Catawba Valley Community College and played at Montreat for 2 years, and was lucky enough to play 3 years on the independent circuit. So traveled around the world a little bit, West Coast and Hawaii and Puerto Rico and things like that. And then I've been coaching now for about 6 or 7 years. Coached at Catawba Valley Community College and then Presbyterian College in South Carolina. Then went back to my alma mater at Montreat, and you know, been blessed to have a couple summer jobs traveling around and just really enjoy the summer atmosphere. You know, it brings with no school and classes and things like that for the guys, so he's kind of get to relax and just work on baseball stuff. So it's kind of what I am, just a baseball guy.
You mentioned our pitching coach sitting right over here,
Yes.
Connor Daly. We also have an assistant coach, James Stellan Jr. Why don't you talk a little bit about what went into the hiring process of those two guys and what you think they're going to be bringing to the ball club this summer?
Yeah, well, I've known Connor for a long time. I coached him back in 2015. He was a down-under pitcher, so he's really good at figuring out ways to get guys out, you know, because he was never the overpowering type, which is kind of the way the game has transitioned. So his knowledge of how to get hitters out, which is something I think may be lost in some of the velocity things now, is one of the reasons why I trust the things he does, and helping him grow as a coach, as one of our friends, Paul Roselle, helped me grow. So kind of just showing him the ropes and giving him some responsibility, along with letting him do what he's good at, which is, you know, working with pitchers and managing a pitching staff. So I'm glad to have him here. And James Stellan was just a local guy that kind of reached out to me and said he's going to be around and asked if he could help out. And I said, well, yeah, sure, absolutely. And he came in and he's done great. You know, he throws good BP, he swings a good fungo, and he just likes to hang around. So whatever he wants to do is good in my book.
Coach, I feel I would be remiss if we didn't talk about the fanfare for this Edenton Steamers ball club. No one has stopped talking about how much this town appreciates and loves this team. How excited are you just to see these fans come out and support this team this season?
Oh, I'm so excited for it, just because, you know, that's what baseball's all about. As commercialized as it's gotten in some different places, you know, just to be in the hometown small ballpark and kind of a homey feeling where the fans really look forward to not only baseball but just Steamers baseball is just kind of a nice little introduction to being here in Edenton, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks so much for your time today,
Yes, sir.
Coach. Steamers fans, gates open Friday at 6:30. Game time set for 7:30 p.m. We'll see you there.